Hi, I'm John Doherty, and today we're going to talk about P3, about halfway back in the backswing. So you think, well, P1, P2 will take care of P3. Not necessarily. A lot of bad things can happen at P3, and there's some good checkpoints for you to look at. The problem when we're getting halfway back really has to do a lot with what the body's doing. Where the pressure is at in the ground, where our centers and how they're tilting can really affect what's going to happen at the top of the swing and then what you have to do to manage the transition. So the main thing that we're looking for at P3 is, are we getting the depth with the hands? And what I mean by that is going back, are the hands behind the right shoulder and not picking up here in front of the right shoulder? So what you want to look at there is in the hip action and knee action. Make sure that we're getting that right knee straightening, left knee flexing, right hip going up, and then with the upper body, making sure the left shoulder is protracting. So feeling like you're going to grab something behind you with your left shoulder. A lot of people's left shoulders, by about halfway back, stops, and that's when the lift happens, and usually the sway will kick in. So the left shoulder is going to protract around as that right hip is straightening and that left knee is flexing in the back. With the body tilt from the down the line view, you need to make sure you're not standing up. So a lot of people at P3 are starting to pick up and lose their spine angle at this point. So the main thing, like with P2, was to stay down into P2 and not early extend or stand up, but stay down also into P3. With the hip action, the knee action, the left shoulder coming around, you're going to find your hand path's going to be pretty good behind the right shoulder. As long as you keep the pressure points, you need to keep the right arm against the torso. So that's the pressure point in the armpit, mid bicep. You can look at a pressure point in the right elbow. All those need to be intact and swinging around into P3. So we got that left shoulder pushing around, right hip turning because the right knee action is engaging that, getting that right hip to like ignite and to push it to where it can extend back. By P3, we're getting ourselves set up to where we can start really aligning ourselves into P4. Just to recap from this view, face-on view, what we're looking for in the backswing going to halfway back is a lot of knee action and hip action. That if this doesn't move and this slides, there's a good chance you're not going to get this left shoulder to protract around. So this left shoulder is pushing back around as the upper body staying down and the head staying still. So no motion with the head back, no motion with the head up. Don't keep the left shoulder in the mud and cause a lift. Left shoulder is going to protract around. Right hip's going to turn. Right knee's going to turn. Left knee can dimple inward. All right, well, that's it for halfway back. Hope you enjoyed it and look forward to catching you at P4.